most is foxglove. It is the plant that's about waist high. It has small flowers that come out like a cup all the way down. That's digitalis, as in hot medication. That's how it was originally used, is hot medication. Well, I'm a licensed teacher. After finishing my first career in advertising and marketing, I went back to school and put a master's on my bachelor's and became an educator. So we were just talking about how every single society separately, independently, has learned about the use of plants for different benefits to human beings. We're talking about, this is the Native American wedge, and this is white sage. And we said that the other sage had what? What property? Antibacterial. Well, they figured it out as well, not just the Europeans, for stuffing poultries. After this dried, dry, crumbly dry, they would light it on fire. It's called a smudge stick. It's not burning, they light it and blow it out. It's just smoldering. And particularly if someone's sick, they'll chant. They'll walk around their teepee. That you'll notice that they go up high, down low, up high, down low, all around the area that the sick person is occupying. Well, when you light it on fire, remember how we touched it and it was all oil on your fingers? When you burn it, it releases the oils. When the oils are released, they then land on the surface, and the antibacterial properties are then invoked.
Do you do this just for fun?
No, I am a paid staff member for the last 8 seasons.
Would you do a bunch of classes or walks?
I do tours on property, I do classes on property, I do everything from children to adults. We also have a plant mobile that goes out into school systems and teaches lessons, particularly at the end of the school year. We do badges for Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, and we do classes for group living for older individuals. Last week I started with a preschool and ended with a class of 12 over 100-year-olds.
Oh my gosh.
So we pretty much do the range.
Yeah.
Bee balm. It was used by the colonials mostly to attract pollinators, to increase the yields in their gardens. It is, once it flowers, it will be an incredible bee attractant, very easy to grow, and it has other medicinal properties alone.
How did you get into this?
I always wanted to teach, but I also like art, so I began in art and then moved into teaching. I learned about herbs through my grandfather, who came over from Switzerland, and it was a necessity for him. This is the ecumenical garden. There are a lot of spiritual uses for a lot of our herbs. But the one that I just passed around, not only does it serve as an ecumenical, but it makes an incredibly crazy good mojito. So, a lot of these you'll see show up in alcoholic drinks. They're usually muddled, smashed, and usually they're added with some type of citrus or some type of fruit. Underneath the elderberry with the big leaf, that's horse radish. If you pulled that up, it would have an enormous root. You would throw away the greens. You would take off, it has like a bark on the root. You're going to take the thick, heavy roots, you're going to throw away the little roots. You're going to take that heavy bark off, and then you're going to, some way, puree it. Watch out. Make sure your dogs and your cats aren't home, because it, I'm sure you've eaten it, and it can really get you in the throat. And so, careful with it, but there is nothing better than fresh horseradish. on a nice piece of well-presented meat.
Bloody Marys.
Oh, Bloody Marys! My husband is not averse to heat, and it's very spicy. It does can be as hot as a hot pepper. He will make little square sticks and use it as a stir for his Bloody Mary. No, thank you.
Give me one of your favorite fun facts about herbs.
Wow.
That people wouldn't know.
How incredibly useful they are, and the fact that even modern made medicines are made from the recipe that the plant devised, not a recipe we devised. And items like digitalis and aspirin are exactly the same as they used back in the colonial times and before.
I'm guessing you probably have an herb garden.
I do.
I would guess that might be easier than people think it is.
It's the easiest plants to grow. They're known as the most useful plants to society, but they're also, coincidentally, the easiest plants to grow. A few minutes on the internet using .edu sites that are knowledgeable, and you'll know what to do and how to do it in an afternoon.
Probably a lot of good YouTube videos too.
There are. Just make sure that they're knowledgeable. There's a lot of false information
Sure.
out there.
Anything else we should know?
That the gardens are at their peak right now. We have all sorts of classes, tours, and events going on, and you should visit.